Hello, Evita here. Today is supposedly the best day of the week, and it's cloudy and little cold. It's warmer than the last 5 days, and I'd like to show you this part of the garden. It's actually the highest level in the garden. This is the part of the garden that I'd like to show you today. As you can see, I have yellow flowers here. It's my yellow, orange, white, and cream color palette in the garden. And only in summer I have other colors like lavender in the herb garden. I'd like to start with this plant here. This one is a shrubby plant in white, and next to it is the yellow rose that I just transplanted a few weeks ago. The light green plant there with the light green foliage is a Crown Imperial. And if I'm not mistaken, the white flowering ground coverings are called snow caps. So I also have different yellow colored tulips here. These are the light yellow ones, and there should be some orange and bright yellow coming up very soon. This is a Paul Gauguin rose in very bright orange, yellow, and some cream lines. On top is a gold sage with this variegated foliage, yellow, gold, and green. And I have another shrubby plant here in orange. Yeah. This area is enclosed with a small boxwood hedge here. Show you. And these are some pots that I use for some annuals just in front of the hedge. So there is a orange flowering rose, summer song. And another fritillary in the corner here. I also have two white tea hybrid roses here, and another one in orange, a Westerland orange rose. I have a lot of euonymus, emerald and gold, that of course contribute to this color palette that I have here. And I also have this white anemone. It's the ground covering that I use here. And they even flower 2 times a year. So right now in spring, you can see they're coming up now. The second flowers in batch of flowers in October or late September. This one is the fritillary, the third one I have here. And as you can see, it has beautiful orange flowers. This is a shrubby plant in yellow, of course. And this is one of the euphorbias I have in the garden. We have, I think, 3 varieties here. And they are a little bit sensitive to the frost. I can show you a bigger one to the back. There it is. It has very dark foliage right now, but this will turn into dark green in a week, and the flowers will be in very bright yellow-green color. I also have several of these baskets of gold here. That are just starting to blossom. There are also some daisies here in white. Those ones. And this one here is gold droplets. And this one here is a sun rose, and I have several of them here growing. This yellow flowering one here is leopard's bane. Yes, leopard's bane. This one is the tallest tree in this area here, and it blossoms in white, and in fall it has very bright orange berries, and birds feed on the berries in winter time, so it's a good thing. This is a kind of viburnum, and it start blossoming like end of February and stays green during the winter. There are some euonymus here in emerald and gaiety, I think. These are day lilies in orange, and I have some or 2 hydrangea climbers here, like I have in one of my walls. This bush here is a Portuguese laurel, and I like this evergreen laurel here to just cover the whole area. So that will be probably in a few years. I have another ground covering here that's just starting to blossom with that variegated leaf. Okay. This is also kind of floral, but I try to shape it in a way that it can give me some shade here when I'm sitting down from the west. So this is a sitting area that I like to use, especially in late spring. I can see most of the garden from this position all the way to the sequoia in the east side of the garden. I'll show you from here. So there's the sequoia all the way up. So these are more baskets of gold just in front of the English yew hedge. And I really like the contrast. The yew is very dark green, and with those very bright yellow flowers, it really looks very beautiful here. And I even saw some new plants. They self-seed, and I will be transferring them just along the hedge here. So it will be a one row of this baskets of flower here, and they have flowers until late May. So it really looks bright here. This is an interesting plant here. It's called barrenwort. And I cut the foliage all the way to the ground a few weeks ago, and as you can see, the flowers come up first and then the foliage follow. It's yellow, and I also have some orange flowering ones there. Next to it, along the hedge, is another variety of euphorbia. That's a creeping variety here. It's very pretty. It's one of the first bloomers in spring in the garden. I have some yellow primrose here. It's starting to blossom. And this is the tree peony in yellow, and as you can see, they are also starting. The buds already there. So there's the view from here. I'm standing in the middle of the herb garden right now, and the cherry tree is in bloom, starting to blossom. It's full, so I'll have a lot of sour cherries this year, and I really like it because it's not so big, not so tall, that I can still manage to harvest alone. So guys, if you like the video, I hope to see you again soon, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye.